on.
Jeez, man. Look at Discord.
Maar vat, wat is nog nie command nie?
Ecosystem error, why the...
Oh, okay.
Looks like Delta doesn't want a team lead.
Jesus, they get a team lead.
Oh, okay.
Worst team lead is better than no team lead, right?
Hey,
That's the only way you learn.
Correct.
I don't think Jake's is here. He jumped in and out too much.
Everybody hear me?
Up ended, aren't you
No,
not
I
in
needed to
Alpha
talk to
1?
Jake's real
Like,
quick.
up on the... my
Oh.
side.
Hallo, Cora.
Yeah, pick your slots, eh? Okay, guys, everyone be quiet for a second. Jake's, Fish is looking for you.
Fish, what's up?
Yeah, yesterday, me and Tegan were playing, and we got a T90 because we stole one. We were about to get two, but one of them just disappeared. Quite literally, we were shooting at it and just popped out of existence. But on the way back, we were trying to transport crates, and those two massive planes with 16 cargo slots, the really big ones.
Bandit.
I don't know if it's at all possible, but we'd like those to be spawned back in, because for some reason there's a glitch where if you load crates in the back and then open the ramp, it just explodes, instantly detonates.
In what, the helicopter?
Yeah, the massive one, the massive naval one, with the 16 slots.
Did you, yeah, I think you said maybe offload crates, or either the...
No, like if there's crates in the back, and you open the ramp, then it just explodes, it just detonates.
That's right. I can't spawn in crates, by the way. I
No,
can
that's
spawn in
fine.
crates in, but they can't do shit because...
No, he means the helicopters.
Yeah, we'd like the
Helicopters
helicopter back, because those are basically, they have like twice the storage capacity of a Hemmet, and they fly, so it's super
Well,
sweet to
they
have them.
spawn back in base.
Oh, okay, that's not a problem.
Yeah, they're free.
Alright, sweet.
Because it's a logistic vehicle.
Yeah.
Oh, you've told him they're free now. He's gonna throw them at the enemy.
They do have a long respawn time, so...
Man, Tegan, it still hurts, man. All that effort we put into that
It
T90.
was like 4.5 hours, dude.
Yeah, we put all that effort into T90, and then we capture a completely random T90 that accidentally drove into the village, and then the T90 we were working on for 4 hours just took a 40 mil to the to the chassis and just disappeared from existence. Just
I think it was
gone.
probably the red cleanup script that saw it
Yeah.
as a wreck and immediately took it away.
Well, it had a driver in it still. Because thing is, Tegan and I had we had like a fucking really well worked out plan where we both sniped both the commander and the gunner at the same time, and only the driver was left. And then we cleaned up the village and wanted to get the T90.
What was
And
the
then it
range
just disappeared.
What was the range from it? How far were you guys from it?
We were standing next to it when it disappeared.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was hitting myself with shrapnel. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That sounds like Arma.
Well, I have
Yeah.
to look at the cleanup script just to make it because I had it quite harsh for the other maps because otherwise frame rate was a bitch. But I think I can loosen it for this one because it's quite good. Guys, jump in. We've got so many people in this tiers room, and there's like half the people on the server.
On which server? On the Liberation one?
Yeah.
Everybody knows, isn't it? By now.
Yeah, I think everyone should know.
I don't follow politics of second world countries.
Dis
I'm sorry.
nuus vir my. Wag, laat ek gou Google.
Hey, Fish. Third world, fuck you.
Third world, excuse me.
Something.
Jake,
I think the jet will explode today, huh? I think it won't take off.
Yes, Bandit. What's up,
I
Bandit?
don't know which president was it again. It was either Zuma or the other guy who said, "He who swallows a whole coconut has absolute trust in his anus."
Shadows are the same there.
I don't know, just a whole lot of weird quotes out of that one guy.
Hey, Kroll, jump in, hè. It's off here. Jump in.
That's exactly what I was about to do. It's just
Yeah.
I'm asking everybody to jump in so we can see what's happening.
Move everybody up and fill up the teams.
Yeah, I'm very much about to move everybody, but I just want to make sure everybody's in. So, hold on a second because Blank is supposed to take that one. Blank, are you here?
Don't see him in teams.
Blank
please.
said he might be late, eh?
And
Well,
Joker.
then you'll have to take another slot. So do that now.
Blank at the
Um,
blank space.
We're
Right,
waiting for
so-
Joker as well.
The sole suspicious was Joker. Where's Joker at? I saw him in case.
The
No,
guys that
okay.
haven't, Jakes, the guys that haven't booked a spot, take a spot in Alpha 6. And then
Yeah,
once
but I
everybody
just
has
want to make
taken, we'll move
yeah.
them around till we got full teams. How does
I
that
just want to
sound?
make sure that those who booked the slot go into the slot that they have, and then we'll move it around.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if you haven't booked a slot, go to Alpha 6, and then we'll move you from there once everybody's in.
What if instead we just did a raffle?
We don't
Sorry,
need the
Prime, I
fucking
was so happy.
raffle.
We
I
just
think
we
they...
just pull names to get a random roll.
Fine,
Right,
liaison,
yeah,
Alpha 6
And your pilot's missile
hear that.
specialist. There you go.
Right, guys, hold on for a
Marcus
second.
gaat
Hold on
ook
for a
voor
second.
Delta
Everybody,
voor de positie.
everybody.
Net eerst
Yo.
Delta.
Break.
Hold up. All right, start filling from the top. The guys who are at the bottom. So I want Delta. Who's at the way at the bottom? Hoyt, move up. Medic slot.
No, medic
Alpha.
is Bandit. Bandit is here. He only
Okay,
got
okay.
kicked
Sorry.
out.
Go down to Bravo then, next to Cora.
Don't take
What?
Charlie, my guy's
There we
on his
go.
way.
Auto
Evening.
rifleman. Can I get an auto rifleman from below to move up? Actually, that's a full squad. Slick, you can stay as you are. Hello. But you can choose
Jockey.
whichever one you want there.
Jock.
Hey, Jock,
Oh, there
you
we
can
go.
join
There we
medic
go.
on my team, eh?
Okay,
shake
alright,
us in,
so-
hoor.
Cool. So we
Come on,
got
guys,
three.
shut up. Jake's
Hold
is
on a
talking,
second,
and we
people.
sort this fast out. So
Yeah.
keep quiet.
All right. So we got three full squads. We got our CAS. We got command. Race. He's gonna just take whichever slot, and then whoever joins in will have to join on the race in what's that Delta then. All right. So I think we're good. We can start then because Delta team
It's-
is. Code actually might not be might be late, but I don't know what Vingat's doing. Right, so Rice and Mental just take up Delta squad
It's at Alpha
You-
1-5 or Alpha 1-6.
1-5. Yeah, you can
1-5.
just it's the full squad there. You can just take up whichever slot there. I don't. If you get full, then perfect. If not, then it doesn't really matter. So just pick the slot there. You can have the luxury of choice instead of starting from the top. All right.
They
We'll
can
move on
they
to
can
the map.
always join on one of the other squads if you don't mind.
Yeah, we'll put them on to. They can probably just. So what I'm gonna have is I'm gonna have Alpha Bravo move together and Charlie and Delta. So don't link up on each other. Just move together as two fire teams, but you'll still be operating semi-independently. All TLs need to be on long range as well. You should have a backpack radio.
Where's Nate?
Awesome.
Nate couldn't make it, unfortunately.
Lights,
The ugly.
lights.
Are you
He
gonna run it,
can't
Jake?
even join his own mission.
Mm.
This is poor.
Okay.
Me and Gay.
I will be joining Jake says Zeus.
All right, so you
Oh,
can go
Jesus,
to continue.
Gale.
Guys, you can go to continue so I can see who's ready, and I'm gonna start the briefing as well. So who's not on the map screen?
Nope, not yet. Almost.
Me too.
Almost there.
All right, so that's fine. You guys will see what we're talking about. All right, so we are playing NATO, and the government of Chernarus has requested assistance from NATO to help prevent a humanitarian crisis. And currently, if you look at the map, you'll see rebel insurgents, essentially rebel groups, have taken control of the major airport to the far northwest, and they've taken control of key towns in the region, and they're pushing further south, as well as pushing further east. Now, they've secured the port, which they're using for supplies, but they've been cut off on that side. So I'll mark it for you to make it simpler. So this shouldn't be a problem anymore. So they've got the loyalist, which is the Shawnee military, is busy taking care of that. And the rebels don't want to lose the port or the airport, so they're a bit thinly spread around this region here. And we're going to be pushing into a town over here, which will then open up this town. I've currently marked it on X. So we're going to be assisting them in this operation. We might have further assistance because we are in the area currently down there by the south on the USS Freedom. So we're all deploying from there. And our goal is to secure the town of Pavlova in order for them to establish a decent front and to push up further north with the main goal of getting the airport back. Now, we do have CAS on standby once we've got the insertion going. CAS, you are not allowed to move beyond the friendly lines, and that's a rough indication of friendly lines is that red line. So stay on mission, stay out of enemy areas, because we don't know what the situation is there. We do know that they do have manpads, mobile AI walking around. So be aware of that. The airport status, they did capture some military aircraft, but we're unsure whether they actually have pilots to fly that. But we're working on the assumption that they do have a fully functional airport with supplies and ammo and logistic support for that. Rather be safe than sorry. So keep your eye out. Be advised there are a lot of civilians in the area as well. So any ground targets need to be called in before CAS can engage. TLs, that's where you guys come in. If you encounter anything heavier than anything above basically a technical, or even if you need the help with the technical, which is the off-road with a machine gun on the back for those who are fast asleep, then yeah, you can call in CAS. CAS will be on station to be able to provide any kind of cover. CAS, you can rearm back at the USS Freedom, and refuel will be done there as well. Right,
Yeah.
so
Quick note from CAS, if I may.
What's that?
Quick note from CAS, if I may.
Careful.
The F-18 is equipped with AGMs, which are
you can
very
equip
high,
your loadout.
yeah, very high explosive, very small AOE blasts. So if you have something that's dangerously close to civilians, you can still call in CAS because it'll just take out the vehicle, and that's pretty much it. It's really accurate.
Yeah, CAS just double confirm that you are hitting the correct target and not targeting civilians. So
Okay.
ground will have to make 100% sure that when they call it in, obviously if they call it in, you strike it regardless. But if you guys can, double check your targets before you engage. Because we are assisting the Chernarus government, and they have lost quite a bit of military equipment to the rebels, and the rebels are using almost the exact same gear that they are, because they have liberated, well, according to them, they liberated certain areas and then took over the garrison. And so,
copy.
also for the troops on the ground, make sure you identify your targets. Just because they look the same might not mean that they are actually enemy. And we will be fighting alongside enemy or friendly troops initially, but we are requested to take the town that we've been tasked with to the far east. We'll have friendlies in that area moving there around as well, pushing further in, just to take advantage of the fact that they are currently kind of like concentrated around the airport and around that one port. Right, for the troops on the ground, you'll be inserted by a healer. Thanks to Eagle 1 and 2. Insertion point is marked there. Just watch for air traffic in the area. Pilots, be careful for that. They are moving troops in and out there. The town is friendly, but basically, if you move beyond the checkpoint to the north of the town where your patrol route starts, you can probably expect to be engaged because we are trying to pull them out as much as possible. So continue on your patrol route. If you find any rebels in the area, engage and neutralize them with extreme prejudice. Move on to the town and secure the town itself, and we're looking for any kind of intel that can be provided. Try to speak to the local population. Also, we do expect some sort of garrison or enemy fob or camp to be in the area that's currently supplying and maintaining the patrols in this area. There aren't a lot, but there are some. So we're not 100% sure what their strength is, but we do know that they are present in this area, and we need to push them back. So to do that, we need to flush them out. And to flush them out, you need to be very visible and very much an open target. So we are there to draw them out, and I'm pretty sure you guys can do that. Right. TLs, any questions before we continue?
Yes, about civilians, are they sympathizing with the enemy, so we have to watch for them, or?
As far as we know, that the town is essentially just, they are extremely tired and fed up with the war as it is, because they've been switching hands, rebels and loyalists, for the last weeks on and off the entire time. So exactly what their status is unknown. But we do know that they are civilians and they are very aware of the conflict, so they probably won't be friendly to you, even if you are liberators, and even if they are friendly towards you, they might not be actually friendly in person. Understand?
Can we expect any IEDs, landmines, that type of thing?
Well, whatever they have their hands on, they'll probably use. So expect guerrilla tactics, right?
So just to clarify, ROE is in terms of civilians. If they fire on you, you can fire back, even though they're carrying.
If they show aggression, you can respond with lethal force. If they show aggression.
So do you expect them walking around with weapons, but?
No, they probably won't be armed because this is essentially a DMZ, unofficially. Right. So they shouldn't be armed. But if they're armed and they're not aggressive towards you, they're most likely just trying to protect themselves. But ROE remains. If they are aggressive towards you, you can be aggressive back. Level of force required is up to your discretion.
Okay,
right, we need to get going. Well, probably from start to end, and then it's going to be a couple of minutes. No, it's an hour and a half, maybe. Not sure. It depends on how it goes.
For JRAS? JRAS does it in 20 minutes.
Oh,
Oh no, he didn't.
Alright, Gal, get the guys in line. Make sure you come strict with everybody.
Is Crawler like it?
Specialist, everybody, shut up for a second.
What's it?